I don't know why, but it seems like my voice is still not back, unfortunately. I don't know why. I'm blaming it on the weather. Anyway, welcome back to my channel. I have another listening practice video for you today. We're going to be listening to just one man today, and he's talking about the plane that he was on. They were actually already in the air when they had to make an emergency landing. They had to go back down to the ground because something was wrong, either with the plane or there was a problem with one or more of the people on board the plane. So that's my question for you today. What do you think was wrong? Was there something wrong with the plane, or was there a problem with one or more of the people on board? I'll play the file 4 times for you. The first time at normal speed, the second and third times at a slightly slower speed, and then one more time at the normal speed again. And then afterwards, we can talk about a few things that he says today. Okay, let's listen to him.
We landed, there were a lot of fire engines lining the runway. We pulled up, they came and did a visual inspection. We landed, there were a lot of fire engines lining the runway. We pulled up, they came and did a visual inspection. We landed, there were a lot of fire engines lining the runway. We pulled up, they came and did a visual inspection. We landed, there were a lot of fire engines lining the runway. We pulled up, they came and did a visual inspection.
We landed. There were a lot of fire engines lining the runway. We pulled up. They came and did the visual inspection. Now let's talk about a few things that he said. The first thing that he said was, we landed. There were a lot of fire engines lining the runway.
We landed, there were a lot of fire engines lining the runway.
A fire engine is this, and a lot of them were lining the runway. Line here is being used as a verb, but you can still think of a line when you use it as a verb. So you can think of creating a line of fire engines on the runway. Because there was a problem with the plane, they were thinking that there might be a really big fire. So a lot of fire engines went to the airport just in case. So the fire engines were lining the runway. So that's the answer to my question today. What do you think was wrong? Well, there was a problem with the plane. We usually use line as a verb to talk about things on a street. You can have a street lined with trees, for example, which can be really pretty. Or you can have a street lined with shops or restaurants, or both. Just as long as you have a line of things, only if you have a line of things, then you can use line as a verb.
We landed, there were a lot of fire engines lining the runway.
The next thing that he said was, we pulled up.
We pulled up.
To pull up. This phrasal verb has a few different meanings. Here, it's being used to mean that the plane stopped. It landed at the airport and finally stopped moving. So you can use this to talk about cars. He pulled up outside my house. So he pulled up outside my house. Even though I didn't say car in that sentence, it's implied. So by using this phrasal verb, I give you the feeling that he's in a car, even though I didn't actually say car. So anyway, here they pulled up. So he's talking about the plane that he's in. They have landed at the airport and the plane has stopped moving.
We pulled up.
His next sentence was, they came and did the visual inspection.
They came and did the visual inspection.
Visual inspection. Visual. Here, it's being used as an adjective, and it's used when you're talking about things to do with seeing. For example, you may have a visual record of your project by taking photos at each stage of your project. So you might be building a house, for example, and you've taken photos at different stages. And you can see when the walls were put up, when the roof was built, when the doors were put in, and so on. And inspection. This means to look at something carefully to make sure that it's all okay. And the verb is to inspect. This feels more formal, so you don't really use this word if you're just checking to see if your shoes are okay, for example. So it tends to be used in more formal situations. So here, the firefighters came and did a visual inspection. So they looked at the situation with the plane and made sure that everything was okay.
They came and did a visual inspection.
I hope you learnt a few new words and phrases today. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Let's listen to him one more time at the normal speed.
We landed, there were a lot of fire engines lining the runway. We pulled up, they came and did a visual inspection.
We'll continue listening to him in my next video, so please keep an eye out for that one. Thank you for watching today, and I shall see you next time. Bye! There were a lot of Doesn't really matter, does it? But I feel like I have to replicate it word for word. Okay, take two. Move my coffee closer to me because I need the caffeine. Okay. Sorry, I just screamed into the microphone. What are we talking about? Yes, we're going to listen to him. Things to do with. It's like a slow reaction.